Okay, so first of all, welcome. Super excited to have you on here. Maybe you're on here with us live. I know we got a few of you on here, or you may be listening to the replay. And no matter who invited you, whether it was myself or another coach on our team, you're gonna be able to leave this call knowing a lot more, and hopefully you'll be able to make the decision and decide if this is something for you. So let's kind of go over what we're going to cover tonight. First of all, we're going to cover what do coaches do, what do we have to offer our clients, and how you can launch your new business. How do we earn? What are the travel opportunities? What type of training and resources does our team offer? And how can you get started? Okay, so really quick before I jump into all of that, I'm going to introduce myself. I'll be your host for tonight's webinar. My name is Danielle Lichtai. I'm the founder of Team Own My Tone. I started coaching in 2014, and at the time I was 7 years into my dental hygiene profession. So I left hygiene in 2016. I cannot believe it, but this February, that'll be 6 years for me. I did not start coaching and immediately leave my profession. It's not really how it works for me at all. I actually had no desire to leave my profession. I was really happy with it. But I'll kind of dive a little bit more into my story of how this all progressed. But I slowly started cutting my hours. And then once I left in 2016, a few years after that, I brought my husband home. You can see him in this picture here. So he had been a middle school teacher for 13 years. And I'm excited to say that in May of 2018, we were able to bring him home. So that was almost 4 years ago. And this is all we do. Okay, so this is like our family's full-time gig. We're super serious about this. We're really passionate about what we do as coaches. We're passionate about mentoring our team and helping our coaches become successful. And so we're really excited to have you on the call. I am gonna dive in a little bit more into my story and kind of share with you how I got started. So when I started coaching back in 2014, I was also at a point in my career where I was bored and feeling really burnt out. I was kind of in a rut. I really lost the fire that I had for hygiene anymore. And I could really start to feel the pain creep up in my body. In this profession, you're hunched over people for long periods of time all day long. And after doing that for about 7 years, I was already feeling it all over. So I did not want to add any additional hygiene hours. Actually, when my firstborn came along, Reese, I decided to cut back to 4 days a week. So I had previously been working anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. And when she came along, that created a really tight budget. Like, it's a lot to completely cut out 1 day a week from your professional career. And it's not that we couldn't pay our bills, but when it came to travel, which my husband and I love to do, or it came to entertainment, it was just stressful. Like, we didn't really have a lot of extra money to do those types of things. The other stressful thing that was on my mind is that my daughter was almost 2 and we really wanted to expand and grow our family and have our second child. I knew when that happened that our tight budget was going to be even tighter. And so I really worried about adding on hygiene hours because I was already burnt out. I was already feeling it in my body. I did not want to add that day back. And so my husband and I got to brainstorming, like, what can you do on the side? And also do something that felt fulfilling, that really got you excited about things again, right? Like, so fitness has always been like a thing that I really enjoyed. It was my hobby. And so consider being a fitness instructor or a personal trainer. Well, here's the thing. Fitness instructor or personal trainer is working typically nights and weekends. That was going to take away more time for my family. And as a fitness instructor, you did make a lot per class. I had friends that did fitness instructing and, they usually made like $20 a class. And that was just, one added class a night. And then personal training, again, that would be me giving up my nights or my weekends. We really kind of, joked around even about doing like a food truck. We had no business skills. That was really scary, thinking about asking for a loan from the bank to open up a business you know nothing about. So that was more of a joke to us, but it did run across our minds. And then I even thought about going back to school to dive into nutrition because I was really getting into learning more about nutrition. I didn't know a lot about it, but I was really interested in it. And at that point in time in my life, I didn't want to go back to school. I wanted to have another baby. So that just all of those things just didn't seem right for me. It wasn't until I seen a colleague of mine, she worked for the same fast-paced dental office as I did, and she was sharing about making a supplement income. I literally watched her pay off her credit card bill. I watched her go on trips. I watched her do these fun videos and talk about fitness and her challenge groups, and I was like, what is this? I literally watched her for 6 months trying to figure out what the heck she was doing before it finally clicked, and I reached out and I was like, hey, like, what is this? I'm interested. Like, I would love to make a little bit of side money. You said I could do this from home and do it on my time. Like, tell me about it. And so we talked on the phone that night, and I immediately signed up, and I never looked back since then. That was in 2014 of June. So my daughter at that time wasn't even 2 years old, and at that time, my son did not even exist. I started coaching being totally clueless. I had no social media following. If you follow me on Instagram, I didn't even use Instagram then. So I started from square one, just like everybody else does. I will tell you that this business is learn as you go. I did not have a social media presence. I knew nothing about having an online business. I'm not tech savvy. I didn't take the best pictures. I had no idea how to take any kind of videos. All I knew is that I was good as a dental hygienist and I was good as a mom, and I was willing to put in the effort to try and do something that I thought could really improve my life and give back to my family. So that's kind of how I got started. So now that I shared my story, let's really dive into what is coaching. So first of all, coaching is leading by example by using our products. So, using our products, and honestly, some people join to be a coach because they want to be more accountable to their own goals, right? Like, they want to be more accountable to their own goals. Then they start to feel good. Then they start to talk to people about it. And they really start to pay it forward, and they get them started on their own health and fitness journey, right? Simply by sharing exactly what they've been doing, which leads me into what else do we do? Well, we share on social media in order to inspire others to get started. And it's not just social media. Honestly, when I first got started with my business, I had women at work that joined me. I had people who I would just have conversations with about what I was doing, or they would start to ask questions. So honestly, it's really just kind of sharing what you're doing, what's helping you. And even if you're somebody that has never done a Beachbody program, that was me. I had never completed a Beachbody program. I hadn't tried our supplements. I didn't know a lot about the company, but I knew that I enjoyed fitness. I knew I wanted to be healthy. I knew I wanted to learn more about nutrition. And I knew what Beachbody was about because I looked into it, and I really liked their core values. I liked the way that they did things. I liked that they had clean supplements, the fact that they weren't into fad diets. It was really the basics of what people should be doing, which is focusing on your nutrition, moving your body, and then encouraging other people. And so that leads to the next thing, which is we also create support and accountability groups. The cool thing is that Beachbody gives us this really neat app where we can take it off of social media. In our Beachbody On Demand app, we now have bod groups. So bod groups is a really neat feature where you're able to track your progress. You're able to track your workouts. You're able to scroll the feed and look at everybody else so you can get that motivation and that encouragement from the other members. And you can leave the distraction behind you of Facebook or Instagram or all the other social media platforms, and really just focus on your goals and focus on having a supportive group. And then, of course, when you first get started, you always join your sponsor. And when you feel comfortable and ready to run your own group, at that point, you're free to fly. All the material that I do for my groups is provided to you. So if you see that I post a meal plan, you're like, man, how do I make a meal plan? Don't worry, I buy into a service that offers meal plans to me, and then I pass them on to you. So we pass those on to our team. If you see this incredible content, you're like, man, how do I create this incredible content? Again, that is something passed on to you. But in the beginning, we're there to work together. So you actually join your sponsors group, and so do your customers when they join too, and we get to cheer them on together. So one other thing that I want to say is what sets us apart is that we offer service. We don't just sell. And I think that is something that makes us a lot different than other network marketing companies. And I think that's why a lot of people with Beachbody become really successful, because this is incorporated into their life. And this is a service that, yes, people will purchase their products through us, and I'll go through how do we earn here in a second. But we also walk them through, help them through that, support them, add them to our group, continue to check in on them. We don't just always ask them to buy the next thing, right? Like, we are there to watch them through their journey. And trust me, like, as a coach, that has to be one of the most rewarding things, is to see somebody accomplish a goal that they've never been able to do before. And because of you sharing with them and inspiring them and giving them a solution with the proper tools that Beachbody can offer them, they were able to achieve that. So, I mean, honestly, to me, I think that's what sets us apart, is that we offer a service. We don't just sell to people. All right. So let me kind of explain what is the service that we offer. First of all, we offer online fitness streaming. We have over 1,400 workouts in our Beachbody On Demand fitness streaming platform. That's over 75 different structured fitness programs, from beginner, intermediate, advanced. We have HIIT, lifting, CrossFit style workouts, yoga, bar, step, kids and family, pre and postnatal, and we even have a running program. And then we have our nutrition programs. We have 2 incredible nutrition programs, To Be Mindset and Portion Fix. They are both sustainable nutrition programs. Portion Fix is a little more structured, helping people know the food groups and the amount in each food group they should have each day. To Be Mindset is more about intuitive eating and utilizing strategies in order to reach your results. And then, of course, we also have our clean supplements. So we have Shakeology, that's our nutritional supplement. We have Recover, we have Energize. We also pride in using clean ingredients. Okay, so no pesticides, no GMOs, no artificial sweeteners, flavors, colors, or anything. It kills me when I see health supplements out there and they're not healthy, right? Like, they have all this artificial crapola in it, and I'm like, how do you call that a health supplement? So this was a big one for me. I was really skeptical with supplements until I really dove into what Beachbody has to offer. And I think you guys will be really, really, really pleased with the supplement line that we have. So we also have, of course, our support groups that I mentioned earlier, where I said we can take them off of social media. They're able to track everything from their progress, workout, supplements, their water intake, and even their nutrition. So it's a really cool one-stop shop when it comes to that app. And then I can't fail to mention, we have our new platform, Beachbody On Demand Interactive. We launched that early this fall. And what that is it is a live fitness platform. So we have live classes that will play all day long, and you can join live. You can actually sign up to be on the podcast. So you see all those little TV screens back there? Those are people in their homes, right? Like, obviously this is kind of a stock image, because it usually looks different. Everybody's house is in the background. I've signed up for the podcast. It's a cool experience because the trainer interacts with you. So the trainer may pop you up on screen and share with everybody, like, hey, look at what they're doing right, or they'll correct your form. It's really the structure of like a live class. So it's really cool. And you can choose to be on the podcast or not. You don't have to be. But they have replays that will play up to 2 to 3 days afterwards. And it's always a live class. It's always a brand new class. So if you're somebody that's like, man, I love going to the gym, I love that live class feature, then you're really gonna love our Beachbody On Demand interactive platform. Okay, and also I can't fail to mention, we just recently launched a bike. We have the Beachbody Mix Bike. So if you're familiar with Peloton, we are now one of Peloton's top competitors because our price point is a lot better than theirs. And we have a high grade bike. It is beautiful. I have mine. I love it. So we are now competitive even in the spin realm of fitness too. All right, so let's dive into, how do you launch your business? Well, first of all, you're gonna start with your own journey first, okay? So you're going to begin a fitness program. You're gonna review the nutrition plans, right? Decide which one you wanna follow, review it. You're gonna get to know the supplements, and you're going to start to create your own testimonial. And what happens from there is you're gonna start sharing and talking about it, okay? Through posts, through stories, through open conversations with people. Every day I get on my stories, I literally just talk about what workout I'm doing that day, where I'm going to next, how I feel, what workout move I like the best, how this works out so well for me. You know, who wants to join me? Who would love to do this? Who wants a little more information about it? That's it. I just tell my story and I offer for them. I invite people to do this along with me. And I do that through my post, through my stories, and through just open conversations with people. And then, you know, you start extending that invitation to others to join you. You create your own small circle of accountability partners and you have them join with you. Like, that's all you need in the beginning. You don't need tons of people. You need 1 to 3 people, right? Somebody who will want to partner up with you and hold each other accountable. I think too often you hear the word coach and you think that you're like the leader, like the teacher, the one that knows it all. You're not. You're the cheerleader. That's all you are. You're the cheerleader. You're the one giving them a little guidance. And I think you find when you're the cheerleader, you motivate and you cheer each other on. That's what ends up happening. So you can either start your own group or you may be ready to lead the way and start your own group. But honestly, it's up to you whether you want. I always encourage all my people to join me in the beginning. Okay. And then I tell them to fly whenever they're ready, but that way they can really start to learn the coaching ropes and not have to focus on trying to open up a group. Okay. So that's how your sponsor is typically going to get you started, but you can go as fast or slow as you want. This is your business. As your sponsor, we're just here to mentor and guide you. So we are there to help you take off the workload while you go through the training and you start to gain your own experience. Okay, so let's dive into how do we earn. I'm gonna first go over the retail side of the income. This is where you're gonna see most of your income come from in the beginning. And this really creates a nice substantial income for you. It is where I noticed most of my income came from the very beginning. So Beachbody On Demand memberships, you get 40%. So if somebody gets a annual membership, that's $40 commission. If they get a semi-annual, that's $24. If they get quarterly, it's $15. BOD Interactive memberships. So in order to have BOD Interactive, you have to at least have Beachbody On Demand. So if somebody is getting a annual Beachbody On Demand and Beachbody On Demand Interactive, that's $120 commission. If they're just getting, they're adding on a monthly BOD Interactive to their existing membership, that is $8 a month. Or if somebody wants to do a day pass and they want to sample both our platforms, Beachbody On Demand and the interactive platform, is $3 commission for you, okay? So challenge or completion packs, I need to come in here and change this graphic. It's actually now called total solution packages, but you get 32% commission from those. So if it's a $140 pack, you get $40. If it's $160, you get $50. If it's $180, you get $60. And it keeps going up from there. So depending on what price point the package is going to be the commission that you get. Typically around, 32%. And then any other products from our product line that they get. Maybe they just want collagen. Maybe they just want Energize. Maybe they want to get our beach bars. You get 25% on all other products. And then if somebody gets one of our Beachbody Mix Bikes from you, the base Mix Bike is $100 commission, and the Mix Bike 2 is $120 commission. Okay. All right. So like I said, when you are getting the retail side of the income, which is what you're going to see in the beginning, it is a nice supplement income. But where you're going to see a substantial income growth is when you're actively growing your team. Okay. You are but one person, and there is only so much that you can do to help people. So there's only so much retail that you can produce. However, if you bring other people on board, okay, if you bring other people on board and you start to franchise your business by bringing others on board and helping them duplicate exactly what you're doing, right? So sharing exactly what you've learned to them, and don't worry, your sponsor will come in and help you with this part, then that is where you're going to really see the income growth, okay? So as you build your team, AKA franchise yourself, and you help them to duplicate your own personal success, like I said, don't worry, your sponsor will help you. You'll begin to tap into a larger bonus system that becomes more consistent as you build and grow your team. And this is where the true income growth comes from. So I'm going to do my best to explain the bonuses that come along with team growth. But typically this is something you start to see when it actually happens. It makes more sense. The team cycle bonus is what we call volume, which is product being bought and sold through your team can be cashed out each week in what we call a team cycle bonus. Okay, so product that is being brought into your team and being sold from your coaches is going to cash out as a team cycle bonus at the end of the week. Okay, there is also a matching bonus. A matching bonus is when your coaches start to earn the team bonus themselves each week. You will also be compensated for helping them achieve that goal by getting a 5 to 10% from Beachbody based off what your coach earned that week. So Beachbody comes in and they're like, man, you are really helping to mentor your coaches and you're helping to create duplication. They're even earning the team cycle bonus too. So because they have earned that and you have helped them as their sponsor, we're going to come in and give you 5 to 10% of their bonus. Okay, that's what we call matching bonus. Fast Start Plus bonus is a bonus achieved as your team grows. Okay, this is a $100 bonus that can be given multiple times during a 5-week period if you are actively welcoming new coaches or preferred customers into your organization, which is something that you're going to be doing anyways. So that can happen multiple times within a 5-week period. Every time that you have 5 either coaches or preferred customers or a combination of that, then you get a $100 bonus, and that can happen and duplicate multiple times in that 5-week period. Okay, and then there is a rank bonus. So as you rank advance to star diamond ranks, you can earn a quarterly bonus between $700 to $50,000 a quarter. So a rank bonus basically means not only have you achieved a certain rank, but you have actually duplicated it within your team, your coaches. You have helped them to build their own teams and achieve those higher up ranks. And when that happens, then you are eligible for the rank bonus that happens each quarter. Again, these are things that as you grow in the business, I will step in and mentor you to help you understand how to maximize these bonuses even more, okay? Or your sponsor will too. All right, so I just want to show you guys what's possible, honestly. If you treat this like a business from day one, and I honestly feel like I did. I got into this as a hobby, but I really loved it, and I was really passionate about it. I was excited about the results I was getting. I was excited about talking to people about it. And then I was looking around at coaches that had been doing this longer than me, and I seen a lot of them doing it full time. And I seen that they were making a good amount of financial income. And I was like, man, there is really some potential in this. So if you treat this like a business from day one, then you can reap the rewards through your own diligence and effort, okay? So I just want to kind of show you what my personal Beachbody progression looked like when I got started. In 2014, I was able to pay for my products and my bills. So some of my bills, so my Shakeology for me and my husband, cell phone bill, car payment, internet, electric bill, things like that, okay? Y'all, I told you the budget was tight in 2014, and so I started coaching. This was like a blessing, honestly. It was a blessing. I didn't feel the stress, the financial stress that I was previously feeling because I was able to bring in additional income through my coaching business. In 2015, I started to cut back my hours for my professional career as a dental hygienist. I cut back to 3 days, and by the end of that year, I was cutting back to 2 days a week. In 2016, early 2016, in February, I left my professional career. It got to the point where I seen what coaching was bringing in for my family, and it just didn't make sense to stay in my dental profession. So I matched my dental hygiene income, and I left my professional career. In 2017, I doubled my income that year. I had a newborn, I had no childcare, and I was building a business from home while riding the struggle bus. Trust me, guys, anything is possible. That was a really tough year. My husband was still working that year. But we made it happen. It was sink or swim, and I was swimming. In 2018, I resigned my husband from teaching, and Beachbody became our family's sole income. In 2019 was the first year my husband and I both worked from home full time. and we started hosting our annual team trips. I made an investment in a new car that year. In 2020, we started stacking our savings and making big plans for the future. A new pool, which it's right in my backyard. It did come summer of 2021. And we started to pay off large debts like our home. So I haven't done my 2021 progression, but I probably should do that. So all those things that I wanted to achieve in 2020 actually happened. But I do want to share with you guys, that's the possibilities if you treat this like a business from day one. I really have. I've not really let my foot off the gas any, but I really love what I do. I really love what I do. And maybe that's something you don't want to go full force. You don't want to make this a business opportunity. You just want to be somebody that wants to earn a little bit from the retail side, right? And you want to pay it forward. You want to become more accountable. There are different levels in this business. Whether it's you want to be more accountable, you want to help a few people, or you want to create a little supplement income. There's room for growth wherever you want to be at. And I'll tell you, as you get started at coaching, for me, it changed. From 2014 to now, it changed. I remember telling my coach, I'm never going to leave my job. Like, I went to school for this. I got a bachelor's degree in this. Why would I leave it? That's crazy. And then there I was in early 2016 being like, I think I need to leave my job. So, I mean, life changes, right? It's kind of like that Thomas Rhett song, life changes. Okay, so travel opportunities, I'm going to talk about that really quick. So each year we have an annual Success Club trip, which means if you are actively helping at least 3 people each month, you will most likely get an invite to this trip. If you're actively helping 5 people each month get started on their health and fitness journey, you will completely earn this trip for free, okay? So what happens is when you begin to help people each month, they give you what's called trip dollars. And if you get an invite to this, you will have yourself and one other person completely paid for, okay? All you gotta pay for is your flight to get there. Everything else is paid for. This year, we're going to the Hard Rock Punta Cana all-inclusive resort, and it's gorgeous. I also host an annual team trip. Back in September, this is the beautiful home that we rented in Destin. And I think we had about 17 coaches that ended up coming with us. But that's something I do every year. And in June, we're actually headed out to Arizona and staying on the outskirts of Phoenix. So every year you have the opportunity, whether you're a coach I sponsor or you're a coach in the downline, you have the opportunity to join us on a leadership retreat if you earn it that year. So stay tuned because I always talk about that on the team page. So that leads me into training and support. So this was really important to me. I got started not knowing anything, right? I didn't know a lot about Beachbody. I didn't know a lot about supplements. I didn't know a lot about social media. Help me. How do I do this? That's pretty much what I told my coach. So we have a self-paced training website. You can log into the website. You have a section for new coach training. That's where you'll begin. That'll give you the basics of getting your business up and running and rocking and rolling and started, right? We always do a new coach call. And that's actually going to happen this Monday. Me and another one of the coaches on the team, Whitney, we usually partner up and we do this new coach call. And so once you do the new coach call and you listen into that, when we suggest logging into new coach training and getting started from there. We also have a Beachbody product education course. That means that will help you get to know and understand and learn our products, right? Learn a little bit more about those, educate yourself so you feel more confident talking about them and you feel more confident knowing exactly what you're using and why. And then Emerald and Above training is for when you become to the point where you're actually team building and you have signed up at least 2 new coaches or preferred customers and you've already went through new coach training. Now, one thing that I will tell you, training is great and we have a lot of it for you on our team, but experience is king. And so that is one thing that we definitely will encourage because we do our power hours, which is our 1-hour work session. You have the opportunity to hop on one every day. I usually post about them on Monday, but it's either going to be hosted by myself or another top leader in the network. We have 3 opportunities a day to hop on a live 1-hour work session where you hear from some of the top coaches and how they work their business efficiently in a 1-hour time period, okay? So we also have a team page. That's where you'll find updates on what's new, coaches sharing their best practices, resources shared to help you grow your business. Talking points. I always share talking points with people on maybe what I'm saying in my invites or conversations. Graphics that you can utilize to share with people about what products we are on promotion this month or what we're offering. And of course, we cheer each other on in that team page too. And then we have additional trainings that will sometimes happen on Facebook off of our self-paced training website. We have team calls. Team calls for me, I sporadically will announce. Maybe your sponsor has a more structured system, but team calls typically will be reviewing a new program coming up or going over social media training or something like that. And then of course you have your one-on-one mentorship of your sponsor and your upline. So anybody that you join, you're also going to have the entire team there to support you, okay? And that's what we do. We work together as a team. We don't see this as an individual thing. I always say, if I didn't sponsor you, but you want to reach out to me, I'm always happy to come in and answer questions for coaches too. But yeah, I think that covers it all. I'm actually going to stop the recording really quick, and that way, if you have any Q&As, you know that. All right, and the last thing I want to go over is how to get started. So the best way to get started is with our total solution package. At this point, this is where you're going to reach out to your sponsor and you're going to say, okay, I know that they mentioned the best way to get started is a total solution package. What are the promotions this month? Where do you think I should begin, and which package is best for me? Okay. Why is this the best way to get started? Well, it waives your $40 sign-up fee. Honestly, your $40 sign-up fee to me is just like burning money, because you have to have the programs and products, the nutrition and programs. You really have to have your own testimonial. You'll have to know what your people are getting. This is what you're going to be offering them. So it makes the most sense to make sure that you have everything that you need. Our total solution package will typically include 12 months of Beachbody On Demand. It'll include your supplement of choice. So that would be something that your sponsor can help you with. And it'll include both of our nutritional programs. It'll include the accessories that go with the nutrition programs, along with a 30-day trial of our Beachbody On Demand interactive platform too. Okay, so there is also a monthly fee with coaching. If you get a total solution package, that first 30 days is waived. And then after that, for US, it's $16 a month. And then for Canada, it's $20 a month. Now, if you are a US military, then you will have your monthly coach fee waived. So it is free with a 50 PV. So basically a $50 order every 3 months from you would mean that it will continue to keep waiving your your monthly fee discount through giving you your military discount. Trying to spit that out as much as I can. So make sure that you reach out to your sponsor or whoever invited you to learn more about coaching and say, hey, okay, tell me, how do I get started? What's the best way? Give me the 401 and let's do this.